Okay, so let's say Paulinus is my, what will Paulinus be now? Let's say Paulinus is my cashier and Johnson Drake is my manager. So now, if we are doing work hours, then we don't need hourly rate. So work
Sorry,
hours,
sir. What's the meaning of HTM?
what did I put it now, Seth? Okay, what did I write as HCM? I was going to write human resource manager, sorry, HRM. So let's say it had to work 5 hours per day, 4 hours, 5 hours. My admin is supposed to work 5 hours, supposed to be there all through. This one is supposed to work 3 hours. And for every 1 hour, they get paid 20,000 naira. Hourly rate is 20,000 naira across board. Now this becomes their salary. Are we together now? Their salary is going to be number of hourly rates multiplied by the working hours. So something like this, this is it. So, and this could be this could be the month, or we could set about a month, even though it's going to be look awkward a bit anyway. Let's start about a month here. So let's say for January, oh no, we have lots of, okay, let's say January, then we have February. You can choose to set up anyhow you want, okay? Anyhow that you feel it to be very intuitive for your client to walk through. So these are all February. So in the month of January, he earned this. February, this one ended. Okay, let's say they're all February now. Does this make any sense now? This is what they earned in February. Hello? Is this clear enough?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Amaka, I can't hear from Ife. Okay, so I'm going to do this. So imagine that this is what they earn. So I have my salary chart. I have my, for February, this is all what they earn. My sales day book, we've done some things. My expenses, have my expense key. So actually, I should name this one to expense key. And then let's call this one, this is income, um, product, product key, product key. And also I could have my real expense here, expense report. So my expense report is just going to be date, month, expense, expense, um, let's say item, or let's call this one expense type. Then let's call this one amount. Other details could come, like who you gave it to buy and all of that, but let's just set up something basic. Again, we are going to do our month. Our month is going to be text of this column. We want it to return MMMM. Very good. Expense type now is going to go to, we are going to go to our data. We are going to go to our data. Then we go to our consolidate, our data label. We go to our list. And for here, we go to our expense tab and we basically select all of this. So now we can have our expense report set up. So for any expense that was done, let's say for 01, 08, 01, or let's just say 02, 2025, the expense they made expense on logistics. The amount can equally show here. Okay, we don't have, okay, on logistics, let's say they made expense of 45,000 naira, or let's say 4,500. On 02/02/2025, we're going to apply this all through. So we have it done. Then here, let's say on advert, they spent 14,000 naira. And I'm just going to copy this down. I'm going to do this all through down. So for these, they made an expense on rent. Let's say every month they pay rent of this month, every month they pay rent of 20,000 naira. Um, let's say also that in power, they spend 15,000 naira. For on fueling, they spent 10,000 naira. Then here again, they also spent on, I've done tax. Okay, let's say tax will be calculated right in the last digit that will work next week. But we've been able to set up all of our model. At least we have something reasonable that we could work with. So I think I can save this as that now. We have 3 minutes left to round up this section. So just go here and I will save it as financial model. Now this is model one. We're going to do another model most likely next week or upper week. You can see how we can set up some projections and all of that. So I just keep it here now. I'll save it. Where do I save it? Where do I save it? Let me save it in ADC. It doesn't have much files. Okay, so now that we've done this, hello, are we still together, guys?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So it means we don't need all of these then, since there are no products there. Just clear that nothing is there. So now going back to our revenue, here is going to be this place is going to be month. It's going to be like January. Here is going to be like February. Here is going to be like March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, like that, like that, like that, right? And here is going to be like the let's put all of our income together. Let's say product says, I know here. Product says, this product says. Now, if you notice in our product list, we have all of this, but they are all product sales. And if you look at our sales day book, you notice that we had so many sales, right? So instead, we could go to our revenue statement and say product. Then we will have something like let's have a list of all of our products here. Let's have a list of all of our products here. Fine. So we could just do this is equals to product key, and I'm going to do from here down to here. Okay, so these are all of our products. Very well then. These are all of our products. See, all of you should leave here. Thank you. So these are all of our products, and this is January. And so I could just title this as income, or I could just title this as sales. And this is my product. And then I want to delete this. Then maybe here is going to be my, this zero we're having here is actually coming from this guy, this empty space here. So we leave it there. Then we have expense, sorry. We have our expense. Expense. Then I could do my equal to, I go to my expense key and I'll put from here to here. I hit my enter. I'll go to my expense key. Or better still, I could just go to my expense key, copy them, right? Go to my revenue and just drop my expense this way. What happened to all these guys? Product key. Very well. Okay, so I could just do this. Okay, so does this make any sense now?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so it's very straightforward. I'm trying to do something a little bit simple so that once you understand the idea, you can build any model you really want to build. So we have how much was spent on logistics, on then here now we're going to do something called total sales. So this total sales, we can just on this column, we can just do some sort of light coloration. I'm just going to do something like this. Total sales. And maybe here is going to be total expense. And sorry, total expense. I'm just going to do some little light stuff here, but a different color this time actually. Then once we have our expense list and our sales, and then maybe there are some other things they do after they get the total expense, they get their um income, total income. Um Maybe as we have sales, we have expense, then we have other things. In the next class, we're going to look at how to title these things properly. But for now, let's just call them sales and expense. You know, salary is not an expense, right?
Yes, sir.
What is salary? Is salary an expense? Where is this Grace self? I'm waiting for you, Paul. What is salary? Is it an expense?
So it's an expense because it's part of the money that you are spending
So what
for
kind
the
of expense
business.
is it?
Administrative.
Eh? It's called operating expense. Hello? Hello?
We are with you, sir.
Now, you know, under
Yes,
what we
sir.
call what the business needs to run every day is what we call operating expense, something like salary. I think there are other things we calculate under. Okay, yeah, we also calculate electricity. There are other expense under operating expense. So when people say the cost of operation has increased, that's what they're referring to. Are you getting me now?
Yes, sir.
Raw materials. I think raw materials is also part of it. Yeah, about five or so, but they could be more than that. But the basic ones are salary, electricity, and hire. Hire is like you don't have the machines, you are hiring them on daily basis or monthly basis, including rent. These are all cost of operation. They are called operational cost. Because eventually, if these things go high, you have no other option but to increase the cost of your product. But we're not doing business analysis, but this is just how it works. So there might be total income. My total income is going to come this way, and I'm just going to give it a slight different color. Now, I want to give it like this, and then maybe other kind of things will come. Maybe 2% tax will come. So this 2% tax is going to be something like 2% times. Okay, okay. This column is not needed because there's nothing here. So this column is also not needed. So I just starting from January. So it's going to be something like 2% of whatever total income that was made here. So that would give you your tax, 2% tax. No, that's it, 20%, 2% tax. And let's say after you declare your income, you need to pay back your loan repayment. Maybe you're on loan, you are going to be paying back the loan. It's going to be like 0.5% of whatever income you get. That will also come. So we call this one you could just give them a name called miscellaneous, but they have their names anyway. But let's just call them miscellaneous. You are doing a loan repayment. You are doing welfare. For instance, in our organization, we do 2% missions. 2% of the profit goes for missions. So we do 2% of the income goes to mission, and then we can now have cash total balance. So total balance will now be what now? Okay, we're coming down to that. We're going to calculate it. Then we now have cash at hand, and then we have cash in bank. Very well. So let's add our formulas for all of these things. Total expense is going to be sum starting from here, here. That's our total expense. Then our total sales is going to be sum here, here. That's going to be our total sales. Then we've done missions, we've already written the formula. Total balance now is going to be whatever value I have here minus this value minus this value minus this value. So that's going to be my total balance. Of course, cash at hand is either I'll calculate and write down. Cash in the bank is either I'll write that. Okay, so we could do cash in the bank is whatever you have here minus whatever you have left at hand will be what should be in the bank literally anyway. So again, do we have formula here? Yes, we do. Do we have a formula here? Yes, we do. No. Uh, hello,
Uh,
I can't. Sorry,
sorry, you did not have that total expense. You
I,
did
I,
not have total expense
I did. Okay.
to the calculation of total income.
Yeah, so total income is going to be total sales minus total expense, right? Is it clear now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So we could just drag this all through to the whole month, and we could drag this all through to the whole month. We could drag this all through to the whole month. We could do this all through the whole month, and then we could do this all through. We could do this all through, and we could do this all through. We're just creating the model down so that it will be automated automatically. Do this all through. Just for the sake of convenience, I'm going to do all of this. I was supposed to do this next week anyway. I'm going to do all of these, then I'll add my financial symbol. I'm just going to create, so I'm creating my model down, and I'm going to do this. So this is my model, it's down now. So in the month of January, how much was sold on spaghetti? Well, let's even check on our sales day book. Do we have January here? All the thing we have is February. Okay. Can we make this one? Can we make this one like 01 01 25? That's January. 01 01. Okay, let's say this is going to be like 10th of 1st 2025. So that will be January. Let's say this one is going to be let's change this one to like March. Let's say this one is also like March. Let's say this one is like January, February, March, April. Fine. So we have January, February, March. Now this is going to be entered daily. This is going to be entered daily by whoever is in charge there. Okay. Okay. So now that we are done with this, so we go back to our revenue chart. Spaghetti, what was sold in January? I'm going to click equal to. Now I'm going to say sum if. I'll go to my sales day book. I want to sum. This is what I'm interested in. So now remember, let's go back here. This sum if has range, criteria, sum range. So I'm going to go to my sales day book. I'm going to say here, comma, the formula is let's return. I'm doing here, that means I picked, okay, let me do it again. In the case of this second one, I think this should be familiar to you people since you already understand data analysis. So range, the range of what I want to sum and the criteria, so I want to say if the column of month is equal to January. If the column of month is equal to January. And if we have to do that, let's make sure RARE, all of our month name are complete. February, March, April. Let's ensure these are all complete. May, June, July, August. And then September and October. Beautiful. So I'm going to now do this. I'm going to say sum, no, not sum. I'm going to say sum if the range now, let's go to our range column. Uh, this my stuff is disturbing my screen. So I'm going to do sum if, oh no, famous. Sum if, I'll go to my sales day book. Our focus is on spaghetti, right? So I'll say if product, then I'll go back. If product is equals to spaghetti, comma, and by the way, we should use some ifs so we can add more content. And the month, comma, is January, comma, I would want you to add up the amount paid. Okay, I guess we missed out something. Let's do it again. Some ifs, uh, some ifs. Hello, are you people following me or are you just me in this class now? Hello?
We are following, sir.
Okay, so I'm doing sum. If I wanted to sum if it's spaghetti for January. So the first criteria range is that sum if I'll go to my expense day, if on this product list, then go on this product list, I will say comma. Oh, what's happening now? Sum ifs if on this product list, then I'll go back. I'll say comma if the product is spaghetti. Not just that, also that on this product list, the month, I'll go back here, is okay. I could manually type January if I want to. January, comma. Then eventually after, or we know we have missed something, right? We're using some if. The first argument should be some range. That's keep my mind a bit. So some range is what you want to add. So I'll go to my summary. I said I want to add all of this. Then I'll go back. Criteria one, you can see criteria one, criteria two. So criteria one is if this product is spaghetti, comma, if the month, comma, is January. I hope this will work. Yeah. Beautiful. What happened again? Some revenue statement C to G. Okay, let's try it one more time. Some ifs. The first instruction here says sum range, what you want to sum. So for me, I want to sum all of this. Very well then. Or yeah. Then I will move to back here and do a comma. Criteria one is if amongst the product, I'll go back. The product I have is spaghetti, right? So how about this? There are some circular reference where a formula refers to its own set. Then this might cause them to calculate correctly. Try removing or changing this reference or moving the formulas to a different set. Okay. If I get that, I think I understand where the problem is coming from. Well, I'm doing something quite some range. So we are summing this. Then, comma. I want to sum, that's what I want to sum, the F to F on sales day book. Then the criteria range one is going to be that the product, come back here, comma, is that how I spell the spaghetti? Spaghetti, no value. revenue C to G. How come C to G? It's supposed to be D to D now. What happened? Okay, let's see from here down to here. I want it to be product D to D. Fine. So some source the book F to F, which is F to F, if it's D to D and it's spaghetti. I think that's okay now. Fine. So okay, that took quite a while. Sorry, we had to go through that, but we are not done with our formula. I just have to do the short one. So let me go over it again. We're having some missing value. Now, let me explain this so that before I do this, this is the last one we do today and we'll continue next week. Now look at this. Basically, when you use some ifs, the first thing you're going to do is the things you intend to add. We call them the sum range. Then, since it's ifs, it means that you have a criteria 1 and the condition 1, criteria 2, condition 2. Like that, like that, like that. So in my own case now, or in our own case, we are saying sum, SUMEIF, ifs, then sum range is, I'm going down here, and I'm saying this. So you can say the book F to F, I put my comma, then criteria range 1. What do I want? I said that the product, which is D to D, must be, I go back here, and I can choose this. I think this should work for me. Must be spaghetti, revenue spaghetti. Okay, then put a comma. So we're going back here. In this second place, we have said that D to D, A, B, C, D must be spaghetti. Then now we are saying, okay, once you are done with that, then I will say also the month, which is B to B, should be, I can then put like January there. Now, there is nothing because spaghetti was not sold in January. If you want to confirm that, you can go back here and check. Notice that spaghetti was only sold in February. So if you did this in January, and I'm going to apply this all through this whole month and see what we get. So notice in January, it was only noodles and butter that was sold. So can we confirm that? In January, it was only noodles and butter that was sold. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Then the good news now is we can equally apply this to February, but to make this work this time, okay, let's apply this formula to February. To make it work, we have to learn to change this from January to February. We could have automated it anyway. Okay, we could automate it. Okay, let's automate it so that we don't have to drag it. So here, what I'm going to do is instead of typing January here, comma, I'm going to click January here. Then this January is going to have dollar sign at the front, dollar sign at the back. So here it works fine. So I'm going to stretch it to this place. Okay, so that's it. It was any spaghetti that was sold in February. Spaghetti was sold in February. Okay, beautiful. So let's see why that did not work. What do we have? It said C2, C to C, C2. Oh no. Oh no, okay. So that failed. Let's see. It's at the month, so we remove this. D2, right? It's correct now. D2, column D2. Okay, so fine. This is working now. So, but first, let me pause. Do you understand what I did here? All the stuff I did here.
That it was too fast.
It was too fast.
Yes.
Okay. All right. I'm going to do it again. Watch this. I want to get how much was sold for spaghetti in January. Now, if you come here, you notice that spaghetti was not sold in January, it was sold in February, right?
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to go back to my revenue and I'm going to write the formula. I will use something called sum ifs, not if, ifs. The sum, what I want to sum is the amount paid, which is showing here already. You can see that the top here. And I'll say comma, I want to sum the amount, but the condition is that under the product, which is product is on A, B, C, D, is on D. I'll click on D. I'm still in expense 6-day book. Oh, that the product is spaghetti. So the spaghetti is on this column. I'm going to click on it. Then notice I have that the product which is on D, the sales day book is this one here. Column D is containing the product, which in revenue statement, which is this list, this worksheet. B3 is here. Then I'll say the product is this, and not just that. Then I'll go back and go back to this and say that the month also, comma, should then be equal to this month. But this month, in order not to make it too stable, right now, look at here. First, I said add F to F. F to F is the amount sold, comma, says the book D to D if the product is the same thing as B3, in this case spaghetti. Then if the month in BB, that is on sales the book, there is BB, you can see BB here. This is the month. If it is equals to C2. Now, says the book C2 is here. Says the book C2 is here, which is January. But because I don't want it, I want to make this formula dynamic, I'm going to put my sign here and hit my enter sign. So here it shows there was nothing sold for spaghetti in January. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Are you sure, Amaka?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Okay. So let me just run it up here. I'm then going to apply this formula across all of this. And then you notice that in January, only 2 items were sold, noodles and butter. Noodles and butter. So how about in February? I could copy the same formula and put it here. But notice the formula now says the book G to G, which is now outstanding. So I don't want to be G to G. So what we could have done is that for this one that we did here, if I don't want the column to change, are you getting me now? I could put it here
Yes.
and then put it here, right? So if I copy this formula and put here, what I'm just trying to do is notice that as I copy this formula here, it worked.